The enemy rages like a torrent of fire between the ends of empire.
My name is Maximus Talks Sportus Pandemicus, gladiator of the sports radio. Gird up your loins and battle the invasion of COVID-19, because what you do today will echo in eternity.
Top Sport Legion, assume Cortis formation against COVID-19.
Show this virus no mercy by keeping a distance of at least...
at all times. That's 6.75 Roman feet centurions. Together, Legion, Talk Sportus can defeat it.
Top Sportus Maximus.
On my signal, unleash hand sanitizer.
Keep it on, stay informed, and give coronavirus the red cardus.
Are you not hand sanitized? 20 years of Talk Sport.
Gentlemen, good evening.
There's no such thing as an overnight success.
Accrington Stanley 4, titanium plasmatronic death droids from the future, 0.
Excess.
Wasn't getting up, I was just getting in.
Excitement.
Excuse me,
And extremely strong opinions.
I spent my life covering the big games at the big level.
On DAB, medium wave, and on your smart speaker. 20 years of Talk Sport.
For all the latest news, opinions, and advice, listen to Talk Radio throughout the day and stay informed as events unfold.
We're now in a position to start implementing the next part of our plan.
Find out what's happening now and what may happen next, all day, every day.
If the government gets to grips with the plan, then surely we will be able to see light at the end of the tunnel.
Listen now on DAB Digital Radio, online, via the Talk Radio app, or ask your smart speaker to play Talk Radio.
You are listening to TalkSport's coverage of Liverpool against Leeds United from Anfield. 3-2 to the Premier League champions against the champions of the Championship at the break. I'm Tom Rennie. With me for this one, the former Leeds United midfielder Sean Derry. This is Premier League Live. Can the second half live up to the first? For those just joining us, Mo Salah has scored twice. He opened the scoring on 4 minutes from the penalty spot. Harrison made it 1-1 on 12 minutes. Virgil van Dijk then made it 2-1 with the header on 20. Patrick Bamford, capitalising on a Van Dijk mistake, made it 2-2 on 30. Mo Salah with an incredible left-footed drive made it 3-2 after that. And now we've had a breather. No goals for 11 minutes. Where's my entertainment? We are about to get back underway for the second period. No changes for either side at the break. So here are your 11, starting with Liverpool. Alisson in goal, back four left to right. Andrew Robertson, Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Jordan Henderson was fit to start and captains the side in the centre midfield with Naby Keita and Jorginho Wijnaldum. And the front three, 9, 10 and 11, Roberto Firmino, Sadio Mane and Mo Salah. On the bench, Adrian, Fabinho, Milner, Jones, Minamino, Origi and Matip. For Leeds United, the headline team news at the start of the game was Liam Cooper not fit enough to make the matchday squad. So Robin Koch and Pascal Struijk have started in central defence together. Ilan Meslier is the goalkeeper. Left back Stuart Dallas, the versatile Northern Irishman. Right back and captaining the side is Luke Ayling. Calvin Phillips central midfield. Pablo Hernandez and Mateus Klick in front of him. Patrick Bamford, who scored today, through the centre. Helder Costa and Jack Harrison supporting him. Rodrigo on the bench, the record signing. Also Casilla, Poveda, Alioski, Roberts, Shackleton and Casey. Like Oliver's our referee. Paul Tierney is our VAR. We are back underway for the second period. Liverpool red shirts, red shorts and red socks with a snazzy white line down the sides of shirts and shorts and white numbering and trim as well. Leeds United are in an all-white strip, shirts, shorts and socks. Liverpool kicking towards the Kop, as they like to do in this second period. What's the tactic, Sean Derry, for Leeds United's second half? All-out attack?
I don't think they've got any other way to play, Simon. This is just Leeds. This is exactly what we've been used to for the last 2 years. years. I think they'll come out on the front foot. They'll look to score. You know, they look to gather chances, but what they've got to do is tighten up at the back.
Both sides, I'm sure, would have had that message at half-time. Excellent from an attacking entertainment perspective, some superb finishes, but pretty much all the goals have come from defensive errors. Here's Strout, the young former Ajax man, at the heart of the Leeds United defence. Pass back towards Meslier. Chipped upfield towards Ayling on the right-hand side. Slight miscontrol from the Leeds captain allows Wijnaldum and Robertson to steal. Robertson, though, the Scotland skipper, has run the ball into touch, and that's a throw into Leeds United midway inside their own half. 47 minutes gone. Liverpool 3, Leeds United 2. FC Golden back in touch from Nigeria, hoping for more Mo Salah goals. Michael, who's listening in Las Vegas, is trying to buy Virgin Van Dijk, Sean. Do you know how much he is?
How many kids has he got, that Virgin Van Dijk?
We've all done it, mate. We've all done it. And I've probably done it 8 times in this game, but it's not as funny as you. Ball forward here towards Patrick Bamford for Leeds. Gomez steps across and brings the Reds over the halfway line down the right-hand side. Bamford had a couple of nibbles at him there and eventually does give the free kick away. It's just around the halfway line, right-hand side.
Yeah, let's see how this second half settles down. We're looking at the benches as well, especially on the hour mark. We see how prevalent that was at the end of the Premier League season last year. See a lot of changes take place.
High ball from Liverpool, intercepted by the Leeds defence and pumped upfield by Stuart Dallas with the right boot. Gomez beats Bamford on the halfway line. Flicked on by Keita towards Mane. Liverpool in possession midway inside Leeds territory. Right towards Mo Salah. Forward towards Firmino. Back towards Keita. Here's Firmino. Gets the ball out of his body. Cross in the penalty area. Wijnaldum controls and shoots. And it's saved by the goalkeeper. And he gathers at the second attempt as well.
Wow. Just looking at the back heel by Firmino in the build-up, he was exquisite, he really was. I thought he should have had a shot on target, but it turned out to be a great save in the end by Meslier. It was a good save by the young goalkeeper. He's played well at certain parts of tonight's game. He is young, but he's trusted by Marcelo Bielsa.
Yeah, just 20 years of age, the 6'6" Frenchman. Started 10 of the final 11 championship games last season. Kiko Casillas was banned for racism, on-field racism last season, so they needed another goalkeeper. They've had issues there, haven't they, for a long time? Lots of, I would say, journeyman or average goalkeepers. Only really, Bailey Peacock Farrell of the last few years has really been standout alongside the two they've got here, as Meslier's got to come off his line to get on the end of a ball here, which was just aimlessly pumped forward towards the penalty area, and there were no Leeds defenders retreating, and it nearly allowed Salah in there from Mane's flick on.
He'll be in work throughout the season, I'm sure. You know, we'll be seeing a lot of this young man. He's made 2 or 3 very good saves tonight, but some of the saves he's having to make are because of the individual errors in front of him.
Mistake here from Sadio Mane on the halfway, has passed it straight to Bamford, who's running at Van Dijk here. Shot by Bamford, blocked by Van Dijk. Breaks to Costa, tries to slip in. Bamford not really got the angles right on that pass, and Robertson intercepts upfield quickly towards Roberto Firmino. It's far too heavy, and it's picked up by the retreating Koch, who will knock it back to Meslier, and Leeds are back on the ball again. Why is this performance so error-strewn? Can we just, and this from both teams as well, can we just put that down to first game of the season? Because, I mean, usually we could, but usually the players have had 7-8 weeks off.
I'm not sure. I was thinking that earlier on, you know.
We'll come back to that as Costa has it in the penalty area here for Leeds United. He's beaten 3 players. Eventually he's blocked from shooting by Naby Keita. Came off the Leeds United leg last for a throw-in on this right-hand side to Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Tom. I've got to say, I don't think the art of defending is the action throughout the week is as like it used to be, you know, back in, especially when I was playing, perhaps in them days we used to have the defensive midfielders, and we used to have the defenders in one little group for large periods of the week and really concentrate on your defensive attributes. Nowadays it's what you can do in possession on the front foot, and it's brilliant to watch, don't get me wrong. You know, we've seen fantastic games, but we look at some of these defending now, and there's a lot of poor defending even at the Premier League level.
As we mentioned earlier, great defence from both of these sides last season. Just 35 conceded by Leeds United in the Championship across the entire campaign. 22 clean sheets in that time, but so inspired by that central defensive pairing. Not here tonight. One back at Brighton in Ben White, Ian Cooper missing. And it's been a baptism of fire for Robin Koch and Pascal Struijk at this level.
And that would be the worry, is that Marcelo Bielsa wouldn't have had time to work with these two players.
Throw in here from Liverpool on the right-hand side. Alexander-Arnold towards Mo Salah. Struijk's header bounces back towards his own end line. Salah chasing it down. On a hat-trick, of course, now Mo Salah. Ball bounces into touch for a corner kick to Liverpool on the attacking right-hand side. 53 minutes on the clock. They lead Leeds by 3-2. Van Dijk coming forward here. Corner taken quickly by Alexander-Arnold. Mo Salah turned it towards goal. Blocked by Bamford in his own 6-yard box. Could have got anywhere. Shades of the Champions League there from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Leeds were more alert to it than Barcelona. Another corner. Alexander-Arnold's delivery towards the back post. It's won by Virgil van Dijk again, beating Koch in the air, but this time the header goes over the top.
Yeah, Robin Koch got a lot closer to Van Dijk there. He's such a force, isn't he? In an attacking sense from corners, you just know he's going to more often than not get the first impact on the ball, and that's what's let Leeds down tonight. You know, they've not defended set plays very well. In fact, the duels in terms of inside the 18-yard box, they've lost so many of them.
Goalkeeper Meslier short to Struijk. Back to Meslier, whose pass intercepted by Naby Keita. Forward by Salah, and it's gone in between Firmino and Mane, who've left it to each other. Breaks back to Firmino, who tries to find shooting space, but the retreating challenge sees it ricochet back to Meslier in the Leeds goal.
I'm just looking at the mistakes again. Robin Koch's having a real difficult night.
Henderson has robbed Phillips here. Calvin Phillips beaten by his fellow England teammate Jordan Henderson. Forward to Salah, on towards Firmino. Back to Salah again. Edge of the area, back to goal. Tries a back heel. Blocked by Pablo Hernandez. Leeds just struggling at the moment to get the ball out of their own defensive third. Bamford desperate to be fouled by Gomez. Jumps to the ground, and Michael Oliver, our referee, obliges him with a free kick.
This will worry Jurgen Klopp. The wastefulness that his front three have been this first 10 minutes of the second half. They've had chance after chance to score that fourth, that vital goal for Liverpool. I'm looking at him on the sideline, and he's berating his players.
They are such an incredible force at home. Dropped us 2 points the entire season here last campaign. That draw against Burnley when the league was already won, and there were hangovers abound. The dressing room at Anfield, I think that's fair to say.
I think you're right.
But unbeaten in 3 seasons at home, Shawnee. Incredible from Liverpool. This will be 60 games without defeat at Anfield.
I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, Anfield, when it's rocking's phenomenal, but they've carried that on through lockdown with no fans, and they're just a great team, aren't they? You know, we love watching them. Every time they turn up, they look to play on the front foot, but at the same time, they do leave themselves exposed. And this has been a game where I think, like I said, we've seen the best and worst of both teams.
10 minutes gone in the second half. Nice interplay here from Leeds United down the left-hand side. Hernandez, Dallas involved. Harrison can't get on the end of the forward ball. The man who scored Leeds' first Premier League goal for 16 years. Earlier on in this game, the 12th minute, to make it 1-1 back then. 3-2 now. Bielsa perched on the edge of his bucket, trying to encourage his team to get back upfield again. But it's Liverpool on the ball now, approaching the halfway line. Sadio Mane, he's won a throw, which he looks to take quickly down the right-hand side. Firmino was the runner right in front of Bielsa, who's now off the bucket and crouching on the edge of his technical area. Must be exhausted after the game, Bielsa. And as Sean mentioned, his staff as well, or as many think of them, Bielsa disciples. He's got so many staff, and people will just come from across the world to work for Bielsa, revered coach as he is by people at the top and bottom level of the game. And when it comes to impossible jobs, I think many thought getting Leeds in the Premier League was just that. He did it.
It was, wasn't it? You know, for large moments.
Here's Pablo Hernandez forward to Click. Goal side for a second of Joe Gomez, who recovered and slid in, gets the ball into touch.
for large parts of Leeds United the last 16 years, it has been the impossible job. I mean, it's just when you're up there and the expectation of getting promoted every single season, you know, the players have not been able to do that, but this manager and his disciples, they are disciples, they're predominantly young coaches as well. He doesn't get anybody from a senior figure to work alongside him. He is the godfather, isn't he?
And his team are pressing high here up against Liverpool. Liverpool good enough to break that press, but Salah's missed control on the halfway line, allows Strout to steal, and Leeds retake possession. Knock it back to their goalkeeper, the 20-year-old Meslier. To his right is the debutant in the Premier League, Robin Koch, upfield, diagonal, trying to find Harrison. Harrison's controlled it, and he's one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he's loved the goalkeeper, and Trent Alexander-Arnold has scored an own goal here. Now the flag may well have gone up late, as we mentioned earlier on. That's how you do it these days. You've got to wait until the play is over before the flag is up, but everybody played on there, and we're getting a replay. Now, if Harrison's onside from the initial ball forward from Koch, this will be 3-3. It looks like he is offside, though, and that's a huge sigh of relief for Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's done a Dowie and put it in his own net.
Well, I'm hoping Trent Alexander-Arnold actually saw the flag go up, because that would have been one of the own goals of the season ever.
I mean, it is a powerful Ian Dowie at Stockport-esque header. Google it. Fantastic header from many years ago.
Better looking than Ian Dowie.
Well, that's a matter of opinion, I'll have you know, and I'm sure that Ian Dowie would as well. It's not going to count. It's not a goal. Harrison was offside, and we've got a substitution to tell you about as well. Naby Keita has been withdrawn for Liverpool. Fabinho has come on in midfield. So a sign that Liverpool are looking to shore things up a bit here.
Yeah, and Fabinho will do that, won't he? You know, he'll sit slightly closer to Henderson, because they have looked expert. We've mentioned the Leeds United midfield being disjointed at certain moments. Liverpool's have as well. It's only Henderson who wants to stay in his position.
Keep your tweets coming in, by the way, at TalkSport Live. I can see many have come in during the game, and I'll get to some of your opinions and letting us know where in the world you're listening as well in just a few moments at TalkSport Live. Search for TalkSport International and you'll find us. Let us know where in the world you're listening, how you're enjoying the game, your predictions and your reactions to the opening day of the Premier League season too, as Liverpool swirl an aerial ball in the penalty area towards Mane from Jordan Henderson. The goalkeeper comes out to grab it, and Michaela with us listening in Chicago. Obed is with us in Accra in Ghana. Kwao listening to us in Ghana as well. That's a lovely picture from Newport Beach, California. Beautiful day there. Lovely sandy beach while he's listening to us having a lovely walk. Thanks for getting in touch and sending us your photos too. We always love a picture of where you are in the world at TalkSport Live, the place, as Salah looks to slip in Mane in between the two central defenders, and for a second there Robin Koch got the ball caught under his feet. I bet he can't wait to get back off the field, Koch, today. Been battered by this Liverpool attack. He does get the ball away that time. Breaks to Salah, whose shot is blocked. Recovered by Sadio Mane on the far side. 60 minutes gone. Liverpool 3, Leeds United 2 on Premier League Live.
Well, you just can't see this game staying the way it is. There's got to be a goal somewhere. There's too many errors from the back four of Leeds United. Robin Koch's having a real difficult night.
On the far side, Sadio Mane in towards Robertson in the penalty area. Tries to fire it towards Firmino. It goes too close to Meslier in goal for Leeds United, who gathers well, rolls out to Dallas, and the Whites look to get upfield. In towards a Bielsa favourite, the hard-working midfielder Click. To his right is Ayling, just inside their own half here, Leeds United. Back towards Koch, who looks square to Strauch, his central defensive partner. Leeds have never lost their first game of a Premier League season. At the moment they are trailing, but they're on the front foot. Dallas in towards Pablo Hernandez, edge of the area, nice 1-2. Dallas's cross blocked by Alisson in his own 6-yard box. He couldn't hold it. Fabinho had to clear, gets it up towards Firmino, who's turned Calvin Phillips beautifully, and he slipped a pass into Sadio Mane, who finds Salah. Back to Sadio Mane, who shot a goal. Well, he tried to lob the goalkeeper, didn't quite get hold of it, and it goes over the crossbar.
Well, everything was brilliant, wasn't it? I mean, you talk about three superb players, and we've just seen a wonderful turn by That's a great turn, isn't it?
Firmino and Phillips, brilliant.
What a turn. And then the link-up play in the final third. The disappointment is the finish, and we don't see that too often by Mane, do we?
There's just a feeling, isn't there, when Liverpool go forward, those two combined, they were almost playing with them, toying with them, weren't they, before they eventually got the shot away. Some changes here for Leeds United. Patrick Bamford has been withdrawn. Rodrigo, the record signing, comes on to replace him. That's a straight swap up front, so a big opportunity here for the former Bolton Wanderers centre forward and Spanish international. Pablo Hernandez has also been withdrawn. He's been replaced by Tyler Roberts. Maybe not a time for a 35-year-old, the last half an hour at Anfield in a really end-to-end energetic game of football. Now, we'll get Sean's view on that in a second, as Phillips has lost out to Firmino. He only tries to slip in Mo Salah. Miscontrol from him, challenge by Strout. That's a corner for Liverpool on the right-hand side.
Yeah, you mentioned Hernandez. There's going to be moments in the game where, you know, he's going to have to come off. You know, the pace of this game for a 35-year-old is going to be too much for him at times. But he's going to be a brilliant player for Leeds in the Premier League. His experience alone, he's obviously played at these levels with Swansea in the past, so he knows exactly what's coming. He'll be a big player for them.
Much beloved player at Leeds United. Rodrigo, £27 million on here as well. We'll talk about him in a moment as this corner comes in. Punched away by the goalkeeper. No foul on Meslier, says the referee Michael Oliver. So Liverpool toss another cross in from Alexander-Arnold, cleared away. Recovered by Mo Salah over on the right-hand side. Shields the ball from the attentions of Dallas, and maybe he shouldn't have done, because it's actually going to be a Leeds United throw in the left-back area. Sean Rodrigo, 29 years of age now, Spanish international. 7 goals last season for Valencia. Was a Premier League player previously when he was with Bolton Wanderers many years ago. What do you make to that signing?
Well, a statement signing by Leeds. Of course, you know, when you're coming into the Premier League, fans as well want to see big signings, and the amount of money they've paid for him suggests he's going to be a top player for them, and it just puts the pressure on Bamford. You know, he scored his goal tonight, but respectfully, he's not really had too many chances. Well, he had the big chance in the first half that he failed to score from, so we'll see what he can. He's going to be a different player to what he was back in the day at Bolton. Of course, he's had them experiences at Valencia. And now he's a full international and a big signing for Leeds.
Yeah, Real Madrid, Benfica, Bolton, Valencia and Leeds United on the CV of Rodrigo, and as we mentioned, a Spanish international as well. International goal scorer for them on 8 occasions. So it is a real high-profile signing, the most expensive signing for Leeds United since the purchase of Rio Ferdinand in the glory days of the year 2000. Bought from West Ham for £18 million. That money went on to build the West Stand at West Ham, the Rio Stand, the fans called it. Since been knocked down and is now a block of flats. So wasn't a great sale for West Ham in the end, I think that's fair to say. Lovely views though, lovely views from the penthouse. 65 minutes gone here. Liverpool 3, Leeds United 2. All goals coming in the first half. At the moment, the teams are separated by a wonderful strike by Mo Salah on 33 minutes. Another change coming up here. This time it's for Liverpool. No surprise, Sean, that Jordan Henderson won't be getting through 90 minutes here, coming back from injury.
No, he's led his team at times really well tonight, and again, we know he's a fantastic leader, and it just changes the balance of this midfield now. You'll see Fabinho hold a lot more in that little pivot position, and see what Jones is like. We know he's come on and he's scored 1 or 2 goals, and big season for him, the young player.
Yeah, Curtis Jones, 19 years of age, these days wearing the number 17 shirt at Anfield. Last year he was the number 48. Steven Gerrard and Steve McManaman have both worn that number during the Premier League era, and so big boots to fill for the talented young local lad. He's in central midfield here alongside Fabinho and Wijnaldum, but it's Leeds coming forward. Chance for Klich, goal! Goal for Leeds United, superb from Matthias Klich in the penalty area. First touch to control, second to volley home. No chance for Alisson, and we do have another goal in this game. It's 3-3.
What a finish as well by Klich. It's a brilliant run into the box. He's made them all night, and the Liverpool players have not gone back into a defensive position for him. They had the ball, Liverpool gave it away, and it's a fantastic ball from the winger. It really is a wonderful ball into the box. What a touch. His first touch gives him a great chance. put it right in the bottom corner. No chance for Alisson.
That first touch is absolutely sublime. It's Salah-esque. On the run, he lobs it up to himself, and the second to rifle home with the laces. The Bielsa favourite, the hard-working midfielder, started all but one game under Marcelo Bielsa during his time at Ellen Road. Polish international fires home in this fantastic first day of the season affair. Champion versus champion, and it has delivered on Premier League Live. 3-3 on 66 minutes.
And this is what I mean by Jurgen Klopp. He'll be pulling his hair out at the fact that they've not scored that fourth goal, because they had chance after chance in these opening periods of the second half, and it was a lack of a touch or a little bit of technique around the 18-yard box, and he got done on the sucker punch. And what a sucker punch that was. Brilliant finish.
Liverpool trying to retake the lead once again here in the penalty area. Salah into Mane. Mane's shot is blocked, cleared away by the retreating Jack Harrison. Up towards Rodrigo, beaten to it by Gomez. Salah then battling Dallas for the ball. Dallas takes a tumble with Salah in close proximity. Free kick given by the referee, and it's one of those ones you're just always going to get if you ask for it as a defender, as Salah's smile suggests. Well, Jordan Henderson's gone off, and it did seem like Liverpool were momentarily dishevelled after he'd left the field of play. I'm sure you can blame the man who replaced him, Curtis Jones, too much, but maybe Klopp is regretting making that change at that exact moment. What have Liverpool got in reply? They've got the ball over the halfway line. Wijnaldum being chased by the goal scorer, Matthijs Klick. Back towards the goalkeeper, Alisson, outside of his penalty area, into Gomez, chips it forward diagonal to Alexander-Arnold, down on the chest, right-footed cross. It's away by Pascal Strout, the former Ajax man, into touch for a throw on this right-hand side. Alexander-Arnold with the throw as we approach 20 minutes remaining. Down the line towards Salah, intercepted by the versatile Dallas. Another throw on the attacking right-hand side, close to the corner flag.
He's such an interesting player, Matthijs Klick. I mean, he scored his goals last year in the Championship, and you wonder if he could perhaps hit the highs again.
Throwing into Salah, turns away from Dallas, cross hits the stomach of the Leeds defender Robin Cott. Leeds clear it away, only as far as Jones. Right to Alexander-Arnold, back to Joe Gomez. Centre circle is Virgil van Dijk, who now wears the captain's armband following the substitution of Jordan Henderson. Forward by Robertson in the air. Ayling and Koch have clattered heads there. It's broken to Firmino, but we do have to stop the play here, and understandably so, because Ayling has gone down, flattened by the headbutt of his teammate there. And he will be seen to by the medical staff. And that gives us a moment just to mention that we've had 2 games already today in the Premier League. 10 hours of Premier League action for you from the Premier League Live team today. Arsenal going to Fulham and winning by 3-0, inspired by a brilliant performance by Willian on debut. Crystal Palace beat Southampton by 1-0. And when we are finished here, we have a game from the Bowl of Disappointment. West Ham against Newcastle United, London Stadium, the venue. Team news coming up for you very, very shortly. Andrew Self and Chris Perry are going to be your commentary team for that game. Sean, 20 minutes to go here for us. What on earth is going to happen?
No idea. Absolutely no idea who's going to win this game, but I can see another goal for sure, Tom. The game's too open. It's riddled with errors. Just seeing the replay there of Matthijs Klick's goal. At some point, when you're a fullback and you go into a wide area, you've got to stop the cross. Robertson was 10 yards away. He was 10 yards away from Helder Costa. You can't be that distance away as a fullback. And that's what upsets me about the modern day fullbacks. They don't stop crosses enough.
Ayling's okay, and we're back underway with 20 minutes remaining in the score 3-3. Fabinho 1-2 with Robertson, left-hand side. Andrew Robertson, left-footed cross, trying to find Sadio Mane, away by Koch as far as Salah on the hat-trick. First-time volley, right-footed, over the top.
Half a chance for Salah. I mean, if that had fallen to his left foot, you'd have probably been talking about a great hat-trick. But again, you know, the defender's Robin Cott there, he's headed it back into a danger zone. And if he's going to be a top Premier League defender for Leeds United, you've got to defend better than that. He's had a real troubled night.
Yeah, absolutely. As we mentioned across the game, for those just joining us, Liam Cooper, the captain, Leeds central defender, unable to play today, injured at some point in the last 24 hours, we understand. We're not quite sure what that injury is as yet. Hopefully not too bad from a Leeds United perspective, because as Sean was just discussing there, it's been a tough old day for Robin Koch. I think he's probably looked less assured than young Pascal Struijk, I would say, of the two in central defence. They've got a game on Wednesday, Leeds against Hull City in the Carabao Cup, home against Fulham, which, you know, it's early days in the season, but it could prove decisive come the end of this campaign, so they'll be hoping to win that one against their fellow newly promoted side, and things don't get easier. Sheffield United, Manchester City, Wolverhampton Wanderers all coming up before we get to the end of October.
Incredible games for Leeds. We'll know a lot more, won't we, after 5 or 6 Premier League games, and the opponents that are going to come are big games in more ways than one. You know, you've got a Yorkshire derby with Sheffield United as well. That'll be a fantastic game. Chrissy Wilder's men will be looking forward to playing Leeds United.
And that's an issue, isn't it, for Leeds United? Everyone is looking forward to playing them. Such a famous old name of English football. It's whether the players are going to be able to deal with the pressure of playing for Leeds United. But of course, that's been the story for such a long time, for 16 years in League One and the Championship. I'm sure the fans would rather deal with it at this level than where they have been during their time in the wilderness. Coming forward here down the left-hand side with Harrison, gets away from Alexander-Arnold and Jones running in field, finds the pass left to Dallas. Now down the left-hand side, nice bit of skill here. First time we've seen Tyler Roberts trying to take a couple of players on. Nice footwork. Couldn't find a pass forward though, intercepted by Liverpool, who have won themselves a throw-in on the right-hand side. Ball hit Roberts last.
I think we've just seen something then. What we've got 17 minutes to go of this 90 minutes, there was 5 Leeds United bodies in the box. I mean, they're going for it, aren't they?
When do they not? Under Bielsa. Roberts, 21 years of age, Welsh international, on to replace the veteran Pablo Hernandez. Skillful, as we've seen there, looks to run at his man. Didn't come off that time, but they do have the talent to get what will be an incredible winner at Anfield. It's 3-3 at the moment for those just joining us.
Can they do this?
Surely not. Surely not. A result 16 years in the making and the waiting, should it happen. At the moment they're getting a very creditable draw at Anfield against the Premier League champions, but it's Liverpool with a free kick here, right hand side, which Robertson and Alexander-Arnold are over. It's a cross by Alexander-Arnold, away at the near post by Rodrigo, forward by Jones, away by Struijk, up towards Costa, recovered by Gomez for Liverpool. Volleys it left to Salah, Jones into Firmino, back to Salah, gets away from the challenge there of Phillips, onto Roberto Firmino in the area. Curtis Jones goes down, wants a free kick there for a nudge in the bag, not given by the perfectly positioned Michael Oliver. Goes through to Meslier in goal. Leeds look to break down the right-hand side. Costa trying to get on the end of a through ball. Robertson is there. Costa chasing him down. Blocks the clearance. Into touch for a Liverpool throw.
Big shout for a penalty there by the Liverpool players. I think it was Curtis Jones just found his way into the box. We've just seen the replay now.
I'm not too sure there was a great deal in it. It was Click with the challenge, running into Koch. It's never a foul, is it, do you think?
No, it's not. No, he's put his arm up and he's gone to ground really easy, Curtis Jones there.
Leads down the right-hand side. Phillips keeps it in, but runs into trouble in the shape of Robertson, who finds a forward pass to Firmino, who's given it straight to Harrison, and Firmino's brought him down here, and that's a free kick to Leeds United, 30-plus yards out, centre of the field, and it's a yellow card for Roberto Firmino as well for the cynical challenge.
Square ball, just got cut out by Harrison. He was through on goal. I think it was just Gomez that stopped him going for a one-on-one, but it was a poor giveaway there by Roberto Firmino. He's a great link player, but you want him linking higher in the pitch. You don't want him dropping into the defensive zones there. He's like a holding midfielder there.
It's a chance for Leeds United. A long way out for a shot, but things have been coming off for Leeds United in an attacking sense today, so it looks like they fancy it. Calvin Phillips has placed the ball down. Rodrigo, the record signing, over it as well. It is centre of the pitch. It is struck on target. Oh no, it's just spun away last second. I thought that was going in the top corner for a second. It was a brilliant effort from Calvin Phillips. Alisson was scrambling for it, and it just seemed to keep on spinning at the very last second.
It was a good effort, wasn't it, by Calvin Phillips? I thought Rodrigo was going to take it. And you're right, Alisson was scrambling across that goal line. I think if it had been on target, it had been difficult for him to stop.
The spin on the ball was incredible on the replay. The way it kept gathering momentum. It actually didn't help Calvin Phillips in the end. Initially, that was probably going in before it just kept on bending away.
This new Premier League ball this year surely moves. It does. You know, we've been training with our group, and seeing it at first hand, it does move.
Evidence there, and that will be encouraging for the free kick takers of the Premier League. 77 minutes gone. Liverpool 3, Leeds United 3. Curtis Jones has won the ball upfield for Liverpool down the right-hand side, held up by Jack Harrison, who scored Leeds' first goal back in the Premier League, back on 12 minutes. Here's Virgil van Dijk in the centre circle. Poor pass from him, intercepted by Helder Costa. Miscontrol, though, breaks to Robertson, who carries Liverpool infield. On to Curtis Jones. Jones right to Salah on a hat-trick. Corner of the penalty area, right-hand side. Running into the area, shot a goal by Wijnaldum. Absolutely brilliant block by Click. Recovered by Robertson, right-hand side. His cross comes in. Away once again by the big Leeds central midfielder.
Goal-saving challenge by Mateusz Klich there. Followed his man into the box. Wijnaldum, he was definitely going on target. Brilliant by the defensive midfielder.
Throwing into Salah. Once again, Click gets his body in the way and clears, but ball had just carried out over the end line right-hand side. That's going to be a corner to Liverpool. And he stayed down here, the Leeds United midfielder. Doesn't miss much football, as we've mentioned earlier on. A virtual ever-present under Bielsa. He's been everywhere across this Anfield pitch today. Just seeing a replay of his block moments ago from Wijnaldum, and as you say, Sean, superb cover defending there from him to stop that shot, which was on target.
In this big moment.
Corner right-hand side. Robertson in swinging towards the near post. Over everyone's head, breaks to Virgil van Dijk, who controls and volleys home. But the whistle has gone here. Michael Oliver suggesting a foul by Virgil van Dijk, and that goal will not stand.
Well, he's not happy, is he? Van Dijk, he feels that he's could have looked like a block.
Well, we've got, of course, VAR. Paul Tierney will be looking at this one. It was Koch who went down
I'm not sure.
The build-up. He's been blocked off maybe by Curtis Jones. He may well have run into Pascal Strauch. Now, if he's running to Strauch, surely there's no foul there. If it's Jones, it could be adjudged as a block, and it has been adjudged a block, and it isn't a goal.
We've seen so many of them blocks.
Well, given away here by Leeds United. To Jones, onto Salah. In the area, Mo Salah shoots. Block is by Tyler Roberts, who gave the ball away. Cross by Fabinho is over the head of Mane. Goes for a goal kick, and Leeds United can take a breather with 10 minutes remaining and the score 3-3.
I think they've got away with one there, Leeds. I really do. I think Van Dijk's, it was a well-executed set play. I can't see it was a major fault.
Well, it wasn't Van Dijk who did the foul.
No.
It is adjudged to have been Curtis Jones. It was Koch who was tracking the run of Virgil van Dijk. And our fourth official today is Mike Dean. He's getting an earful from Jurgen Klopp, and you can understand why. I'm not too sure there's a great deal in that to have disallowed the goal and given a free kick Leeds United's way. A let-off for Bielsa's side, but Liverpool coming forward again with 10 minutes remaining. Down the right-hand side, in the area, Salah, Alexander-Arnold, forced away from goal. It works out left to Curtis Jones. 1-2 with Robertson, back to Jones again. Robertson overlapping. Jones gets away from Costa. 1-2 with Robertson towards the end line. Back heel towards Robertson into touch. Hits a Leeds leg last. Throw in to Liverpool. Throw in from Liverpool into Jones, back to Robertson. Overhit. Going to be a throw in to Leeds United, who are going to make another substitution in just a couple of moments' time. Bielsa briefing the next man on. Maybe it will be Click who's got a problem. Looks like young Jamie Shackleton is about to come on here, and just a quick word with Click to see if he can carry on. In fact, he's just said, as you heard now, FX Mike, I'm out. So he is off, and that's a big blow. Shackleton, good player, but I would say that the man going off has probably been the best on the field today.
Yeah, he's done really well for Leeds. He's one of them players that goes unnoticed to a degree, but then pops up in the box and scores his goals. I mean, you can't put a price on that. He's been great for Leeds. He's tackled, he's got around the pitch, he's delivered a fantastic equaliser as well.
Just 20 years of age, Jamie Shackleton, who's come on to replace him. It's a tough ask here at Anfield with 10 minutes remaining and Liverpool getting up ahead of steam. Crossed by Alexander-Arnold, it's over the goalkeeper. Oh, and it was just dropping momentarily into the corner of the net there. The goalkeeper retreated and it went over the crossbar. Meslier, the young man, had no idea where that ball was dropping, and it's just gone over the crossbar.
Well, he was scrambling, wasn't he, Meslier? He thought it was going well over the bar and it dipped right at the very last moment.
Headline team news from our next game, which is West Ham against Newcastle United. Andy Carroll is going to start for Newcastle at West Ham, a club where he spent nearly 7 years, most of it injured. For West Ham United, Thomas Souček is fit to start, as is Declan Rice. It's very much the side they had during Project Restart. Sebastian Haller remains on the subs bench for the Hammers. That one starting in 20 minutes from now. Coverage starts 20 minutes from now. Kick off in about 50. Andrew Self and Chris Perry, your commentary team for that game. Still got plenty to get through here first. Goal kick for Leeds United. Superb control by Harrison, the on-loan Manchester City man. Forward pass intercepted. Liverpool upfield, cleared away by Calvin Phillips. Recovered by Firmino for Liverpool. Salah into Jones, just over the halfway line, right-hand side. He'll find Mo Salah, who runs into Harrison and Phillips. Loses possession for a moment, but recovers it, gives it away again, and challenged by Dallas. Strong challenge by the Leeds United utility man. Throw in Liverpool, right-hand side. Alexander-Arnold trying to find Mo Salah. Pascal Struijk on the cover's done well to control on the chest, then clear. I think he's looked good today, Pascal Struijk, hasn't he?
Well, he has again.
Compared to Robbie Koch,
yeah. You know, he looks
damned by faint praise now.
Yeah, you'd be looking at Pascal Struijk being perhaps that body who's going to be playing alongside Liam Cooper. I wouldn't suggest Robin Koch's going to keep his place if Cooper's going to be fit next week for sure.
Yeah, massive day for the 21-year-old Dutchman. Struijk, 5 appearances in the Championship last season, started 2 games at the end of the campaign. His first senior starts for anybody across his career. Didn't play senior football for Ajax, though has excelled at under 17 level in his career. 6 minutes of normal time remaining. Throw into Leeds in the left back area. Dallas and Phillips get it all wrong. And it's a throw into Liverpool now, which Alexander-Arnold wants to take. And drop point, Sean. I know it's very, very, very early as you can possibly get, but drop points in the title race could be damaging big time for Liverpool, even at this stage, considering how close it's been for the last 2 seasons.
Absolutely. Well, you wouldn't suggest that Liverpool are going to be, 20-odd points better off than the team in second position. And as early in this season, you don't want to be losing points, especially against, respectfully, although they're a mighty team, Leeds United, they are a Championship team that have come up, and you would have expected a clear 3 points for Liverpool today, but it's not been the case, and at times they have looked quite frail, especially from a defensive perspective.
Curtis Jones right-hand side into Fabinho, back to goal, corner of the area, cross Alexander-Arnold away as far as Roberto Firmino, who controls and shoots. Blocked, and it's going to spin out for a corner on the right-hand side to Liverpool. It was a header out by Koch that was straight to Firmino. It's a poor header.
Unbelievable header. I mean, unbelievable. You'd be upset if that was an under-16 doing that.
Corner quickly in to Salah, back to Alexander-Arnold, away by Struijk, recovered by Robertson, cross blocked by Costa, was it? No, in fact, it came off Robertson last, he just miscued it, and it's going to be a Leeds United goal kick. I wouldn't say they're holding on for a point, they're still trying to attack, but at the moment, it's all Liverpool coming forward.
It is, and you'd expect that as well. I mean, the last 5 or 6 minutes with the changes that Leeds United have made as well, they've put themselves on the back foot, but the frustration will be for Liverpool. They'll be wondering how they've not won tonight's game.
Well, there's still time to do so. They've got to find a way past this Leeds United defence once again. 3 times Liverpool in this game have taken the lead, and 3 times they have been pegged back by Bielsa's Leeds United. is Salah. Lovely turn away from his man. Forward to Sadio Mane. On to Roberto Firmino. Pokes towards goal. And it's a brilliant block on the cover by the retreating Luke Ayling.
Great interplay once again by the front three for Liverpool. Started off with a brilliant turn with Mohamed Salah on the halfway line, and that's got to be a goal. Firmino, he's got to score that goal to make it 4-3 for Liverpool. It was a clear chance in front of goal. Great save from Ayling. He's done well, but they've been wasteful.
Corner comes in towards Van Dijk, breaks towards him again, away by Phillips, further away Rodrigo, recovered, and that's a penalty. And Rodrigo has given away a soft penalty on debut. The record signing has clattered into Fabinho. That is a really, really poor challenge. It's reckless, it's clumsy, it's lazy, and it may well have gifted Liverpool all 3 points here at 3-3 at the Kop end. It's a Reds penalty.
Only a centre forward could go in like that in the 18-yard box. Honestly, it's just an unbelievable decision by Rodrigo. He's turned his back, he's gone in with the wrong leg. We're just looking at his face now. He knows what he's done.
And he's given away a penalty to Liverpool. He's given away a chance for Mo Salah to score an opening day hat-trick, and he's given a chance here for Leeds' hard work on opening day to all be undone in one strike of a football. It's Mo Salah from 12 yards with 2.5 minutes remaining, and he scores a second penalty on opening day. It's a hat-trick for Mo Salah against Leeds United. That's 4-3 to the Premier League champions against the Championship champions, and that surely is game over.
Well, you suggest so. I mean, I'm looking at Bielsa on the sideline. He just can't believe what his new signing's done. I mean, you called it reckless. It was stupid. It was everything that you don't want to do in the 18-yard box. Dangle your leg, turn your back, but it's well executed by Mo Salah. I mean, he's been destructive, hasn't he? He's had chances to perhaps score 6 or 7 tonight, but look, he's got his hat-trick and he's delighted.
Mo Salah deadly in front of goal on opening day here at Anfield. Twice from the penalty spot, he's beaten the goalkeeper. A good goalkeeper too in Meslier. The other finish, a sublime left-footed volley that left the goalkeeper no chance. And he says it's not a defence of the title, they are attacking for the title, Jurgen Klopp, and that's exactly what they have done.
Absolutely.
Here at Anfield on opening day.
They've completely attacked this game. No defending for either team.
And long may that continue from an entertainment perspective. Trent Alexander-Arnold's going off here for the final minute and change of this game. He's going to be replaced by Joel Matip, who was a bit of a fitness doubt for the matchday squad today. Don't know if he's had a little knock or whether there'll be a little change in formation here for Liverpool. We will see momentarily. You get the feeling that Jurgen Klopp might be happy now to hold on for whatever is left to get 3 points. They won't be pushed this hard by too many people at Anfield this season, that's for sure. It's not been easy for the Premier League champions. Though they have been gifted a couple of goals in the 4 they have scored.
They have this degree of bravery by Leeds United coming and kind of expansive play that they've played tonight. They've had chances and you're right, throughout the season there's not going to be too many teams, especially coming up from the Championship. I wouldn't suggest the likes of Fulham would come and leave themselves as exposed as Leeds United have at times tonight.
But everyone comes here and tends to lose. Leeds are looking for a 4th equaliser in this game. They're coming forward right-hand side here. Costa's forward pass is blocked by Robertson. Throw in to Bielsa's side. They are sending white shirts forward all over the field here. Right, left and centre. Ayling approaching the penalty area. Back to Costa, challenged by Fabinho, crossed by Phillips towards the penalty area. Cox gone forward. He's won the first header. Second, though, can't be won by Rodrigo. Alisson steps out and clutches just before Rodrigo could make amends for giving that penalty away.
Yeah, took it well, Alisson. It was a big take for him. The goalkeeper done really well.
Blast upfield to Mo Salah. On towards Jones. Jones back to Mo Salah. Around the corner flag. 4 minutes added on at the end of the 90. What a shame this game has to end.
It's been some game for the start of the Premier League, that's for sure. It really has. I mean, the intentions are there for Leeds United, aren't they? This is what we're going to see. Suggests that we're going to see more performances like this.
They're going to be entertaining.
They'll have to tidy up though. They'll have to tighten up in certain areas, because I know they've played against the top team in Liverpool, but there's other teams in the Premier League who can hurt them just the same.
Nice turn by Shackleton on the halfway line here for Leeds United, as they try to mount what would be an important attack, maybe their last attack, and they need it now as they trail by 4-3. Forward towards the run of Shackleton, overhit. Liverpool retake possession. That's a rather tired pass forward there by Calvin Phillips. Liverpool looking to counter. Wijnaldum up against Shackleton. Fresh legs off the bench, but Wijnaldum still has the power and the fitness to get there first by the corner flag. Challenged by Shackleton of Leeds. Throw in over on the far side to Liverpool.
Yeah, strong run there by Wijnaldum. Took himself into the corner flag. Try and run the clock down. He'll take this clock tonight. Been a tough game for Liverpool.
Firmino picks up the throw. Back to Robertson. On to Wijnaldum. Tries to turn Shackleton. Challenged by Robertson. Ricochets off a Leeds leg for a Liverpool throw. Well, they didn't look at their best in the Community Shield, Liverpool, a couple of weeks ago. Understandable, but there was a very poor performance, I thought, at Wembley on the day against Arsenal. Today, they haven't quite looked themselves. Indeed, during the restart, didn't quite look themselves, but it looks like it will be a winning start to their title defence.
Yeah, big 3 points if it turns out to be. It's always going to be a difficult game, especially against the team coming into the Premier League, so they'll be full of confidence, but just like we said there about Leeds United tightening up at certain moments of the pitch, Liverpool have got to do the same, Tom.
Here come Leeds United. Roberts down the right-hand side up against Robertson. Good control there by Tyler Roberts. Nice turn, cross towards the back post. It's over here. It's such a shame after some really lovely footwork to get himself into that position. The runner on this left-hand side, Harrison, wanted the ball towards the penalty spot. It went towards the back post over everyone's head, and that's going to be a Liverpool goal kick, and that will surely be that here at Anfield.
Yeah, Bielsa's just crouching down, probably looking at the moment of the match, really, and that was his new signing, centre forward. Wants him to be aggressive in the other box, not in the defensive box. It was such a poor mistake by him.
Looks like it may not be the day of Leeds' first Premier League win in nearly 17 years for crouching Bielsa hidden bucket. Unless they can make something of this last chance here. They've won a free kick on the halfway line, left-hand side, and they are sending everybody forward for it, except the man taking it, Phillips. He's taking it short to Dallas, who chips it forward towards the back post. Koch wins the header. Fabinho away, and there goes the final whistle here at Anfield. What a fantastic game of football. Mo Salah with the hat-trick, which has got Liverpool the 4-3 victory over Leeds United. He becomes the first Liverpool player to score a hat-trick on matchday 1 of a league season since John Aldridge back in 1988 against Charlton. Every time he plays, he seems to make history. Today, the history is all Liverpool's, not Leeds United, as they have run out winners by 4-3. Mo Salah from 12 yards, he hammers the ball into the back of the Leeds United net. No chance for the Whites goalkeeper, and Salah scores after 4 minutes to put Liverpool in the lead. They're coming again here, Leeds United, and they're scoring Leeds United. Their first goal in the top flight for 16 years comes from Jack Harrison. Robertson's delivery towards Van Dijk, who's unmarked, and he heads the ball home. Well, that's shocking defending from Leeds United. Virgil van Dijk, unmarked, 6 yards out. The header was so powerful, both the ball and Meslier, the goalkeeper, ended up in the back of the net. Mistake by Virgil van Dijk has allowed Bamford in, and Patrick Bamford has scored.